podcast. This is something a little bit different for this month because the month is almost over. This is the 1993. Wait, no, I didn't want to skip. Action movie starring Thomas Ian Griffith. Oh, I didn't skip anything. Okay. Excessive Force. Yeah, this is only about an hour and change. It's 87 minutes long. So it also has the late great Tony Todd in it. So may he rest in peace. I want to do this in his honor. It's a new line cinema release. So let's get started. I haven't seen this movie in years, so might as well. A John Hess film. And we're talking about the original Excessive Force, not the sequel, which doesn't have Thomas Ian Griffith in it. Yeah, he's a good actor. At least here he's good. He wasn't good in Karate Kid Part 3. He was just over the top in a cartoon. But here he's much better. He was also good in John Carpenter's Vampires, an underrated John Carpenter movie. Because I didn't do a podcast yesterday. I needed the day off. And there's another movie with Burt Young. Yeah, I miss him a lot too. This was when the Rocky movies took a break because this was '93. So five was not a hit. So James Earl Jones is also in this movie. Yeah. Tony Todd, rest in peace, man. There's a lot of actors that are dead in this movie, and I miss a lot. Not Thomas Ian Griffith. We still have him. But for how much longer, you know? I hope the convention next week is worth it because I don't want to be disappointed again. The Knicks have been losing the series, and if they lose tomorrow, it's over. But at least I still got my convention to go to next week, so. And I'm gonna enjoy every second of it because I don't want to. I'm not gonna be here, so I won't have to do a podcast or a review or anything. I'm gonna try to do more reviews in June because May was too freaking long, guys. 31 days is too long for any month that's not in the summertime. Because at least in the summer I could go out and the weather's nice. Winter it's too cold. Spring it feels endless. I don't know you, so I don't know you. There he is. I don't need this. See? This is when movie runtimes were short, guys. Action movies don't need to be 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 45 minutes. Nowadays, it's like everything wants to be a freaking drama, like a mini series, and I'm like, that's not what I want. I want an action movie, not a 3 hour experience. Endgame was once in a lifetime. We don't need another Endgame like that long because you're never gonna top that, guys. Obviously. Hi, Shamar, whatever. I don't want any trolls on this channel. That's not what I do this YouTube channel for. I don't know who you are, so I don't read. I don't. Mhm. Yeah, because there's a Excessive Force 2 with a woman. It doesn't have Thomas Ian Griffin, and it's a direct-to-video sequel. This was in theaters because I didn't see the trailers for this, but because there's a lot of actors in this movie that are theatrically released, that were in theatrical releases back then. Plus, Tony Todd is not a villain in this movie. This is a year after the Candyman came out, the first one. Yep. I miss the way things used to be because when movies came out back in the day, people were excited for them. Now they just can't wait to trash it on the internet. I'm like, yeah, screw you people. You people that just complain about everything, you shouldn't be on the internet. You know who you are. All yous. Just shut up and watch the movie or show and be quiet. Stop bitching all the time. I don't do that. When I watched the last movie I did a hate watch for was Batman and Robin because it's horrible. I gave Batman Forever another shot because it's the 30th anniversary and it's still fun. But Batman and Robin is horrible and it's long for no reason. Thankfully, this is a fun, short action movie. You don't need to be 2 hours and 45 minutes, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry. You might as well have just ended it with Fallout because that should have been the real ending. That was long, but it felt like final. These Dead Reckoning movies just don't feel like satisfying. Anyway, let's get back to Excessive Force. This is a fun movie. I heard that it was good, and Thomas Ian Griffith is one of his few starring roles, and he's good in it. Yep, Dropkick. It's snowing, so it's winter time. Yeah, it's been cold this month. I mean, why is it cold in the month of May? It's supposed to be hot. Well, it will. It's gonna be hot next week. Screw May. I got May. I got June now. June is a much shorter month, and it's warm. It's not gonna be no 40 degrees next week. That's Ian Gomez. I remember him. He was in Get a Clue, and he was in some episodes. He was in an episode of True Jackson and a bunch of other stuff. I'm just getting tired of people complaining all the time. They can't see one movie or show without making a freaking controversy out of it. I'm like, guys, it's entertainment, not your lives, okay? No thanks. You're from England? I said I don't want no part of you right now. This is not a British movie. There's nobody British in this film. Well, actually Charlotte Lewis is, but she's not a factor in this movie. When I do Deadpool and Wolverine in the summer, no chat. The chat stays off. I don't have to do with anybody. And that's that. Here's Lance Henriksen. At least he got to work with Tony Todd. He's such a legend too, but one day he's gonna pass away. He's a great actor. Even cameos that he did in the Mario movie and such. Yeah, he's got it, man. He's got it. He's got an awesome manly voice. That's something I'm not gonna hear much in June. Why? Because all these effeminates want to get to me. I'm like, no. You people, you want to celebrate your Pride Month and be sinful? That's your problem. I'm not one of those people, okay? That is not for me. Just because I like Booksmart doesn't mean I applaud the themes in that movie because I don't. All the gay hoopla in that was not needed in the first place. Oh, this is how teens are. No, this is how Katie Silverman thinks teens are. You sick woman. It's not Olivia Wilde's fault because Don't Worry Darling was not a gay movie. Or what was the other movie? With the next film she's gonna do. I think she was connected to Madam Web, but she backed out. I'm like, good. Olivia Wilde doesn't need that on her resume. She's done better. This has an awesome cast. He put a pen in his ear. He's not Paulie here. He's like if Paulie was a gangster and yeah, because they got him because I guess Danny DeVito, and also Joe Pesci were too busy doing something else. So there's James Earl Jones. Also, rest in peace, voice of Darth Vader, the best voice of Darth Vader. No one will ever top him. And Mufasa, but he passed away last year, so it was several months. I'll never forget him. You don't realize how much you miss an actor until they're gone. Instead of complaining about everything that comes out. That's why Inside Out 2 connected with me, because that one scene where Joy's like, all you do is complain, complain, complain. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It's like every time I'm going on Facebook, I got to be judged for what I say. I'm like, no, I can say whatever I want because this is to me. I don't conform to nobody, okay? I am a rebel. People don't understand what that means. It means I go against what other people go do because this is me. I don't have to be part of a group, but I'm like, I already know who I am. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. Anyway, back to the movie. We're 11 minutes in. And that's only about like an eighth of the running time because it's a short movie. It's not 2.5 hours. That is stupid. Last time an action movie needed to be that long was Infinity War. Every other movie that's that long could have been trimmed. The John Wick sequels, Guardians 3, any of them. Even Fallout was a little bit too long. But again, it's not a mandate. It's called being consistent. Yeah, you gotta love the American freaking court system, right? Some people go scot free that are criminals, and then other people that are innocent get arrested. You could kill them, and then it's over. Yeah, it was. It was just like the P Diddy thing. Just trial him and get him out of our lives, okay? All these crazy people that put their hands on people should be in prison and never get out. That should be their punishment. Because when they're free, they're not free. They will always get into controversy again. You got to teach people who's boss. Nobody is above the law, guys. Not even Steven Seagal. Okay? You do something wrong, you pay for it. End of story. Like you idiots bullying actors on the internet because they're playing and doing a job. I hated The Last of Us season 2 also, but not because of Caitlin Deaver, because of the writing. It's not her. Even Bella Ramsey, I don't like her, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I hope you burn in hell. No, I'm not like that. I'm not one of these toxic people. Okay? I have a life to live. There's something stronger than hate, and that's my life. They're smiling now, but they get theirs at the end. Boxing, just like in Rocky. Don't I'm not gonna cry this time though. I gotta go to a convention in, let's see, today's the Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In about 10 days. Yeah, they're wearing a mask because in real boxing, there's no masks or helmets. There's just gloves, and you get in the ring and start punching. Nope, don't want to hear it right now. I need a break. I need a break. I don't want to read your comments right now. I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to do this podcast in peace. If not, I'll shut the chat off because I don't need this. When I go to the convention, I don't want any inboxes from you. Nobody. I don't want anybody inboxing me until I get home. That's it. Because I wanna have peace of mind for once in my freaking life. Because ever since May 4th, my inner sanity was almost broken, and it wasn't even because of what happened at home. It was what happened before I got home from the theater. All that freaking hoopla. Just this month was against me from the word go. Thankfully, June it'll be over. I go to the convention, and after that, I'm waiting for Superman to come out, and that's it. That's my year. The rest of the year could be mid, and it would still be better than the first half of this year. I don't want to be bothered right now. The movie's not even half done. Just for once, I would like to have one time in my life where my life doesn't suck. Because this month alone, I got bitten by my dog. I overslept and almost got to the theater late. I've had to deal with family issues. I've had to deal with my health. I had to go to the dentist twice. So, yeah, I've done enough, guys. I've been through enough, okay? Don't you think I've been through enough? Because I have. You guys didn't go to the dentist twice. I did. Yeah, baby. Yeah, now you want to show up. You missed 3 of my podcasts and now you want to show up. Again, I don't want to talk right now. I'm doing this for me. No more movies that are subtitled for me for a while. Why? Because I don't want to read. If I want to read, I'll read one of my comics or my books. I do not want to read a movie or a show right now. I've read enough. I did a lot of Godzilla movies. I did Mothra, and I did a bunch of other films from other countries as well. A kitten, a silencer. And I'm also tired of bad movies in the theater, starring people that can't act, like The Weeknd and Rihanna and all these other people that are not actors. They're singers, they're not actors. Some people can do both, they can't. Jailhouse Rock, yeah, I remember that Elvis Presley movie. I've struggled enough. I mean, I went through more in May than I did in April. At least April was a short month. At least Easter Sunday, I didn't have to deal with any hoopla like this. Mm-hmm. Practical blood, no CGI in this movie, which is great because I'm getting tired of that. It become a crutch. It went from a tool that looked cool to every movie has to look like a CGI cartoon. Every other movie. And I'm not talking about animated movies. I'm saying live action movies that they use too much of it. Oh, I'm honest. Every time I do this podcast, I'm honest. I don't want to be bothered. I don't. I had such a rough night, you know? At least today I won't, because I won't have to go out today. I'm staying home. After this, I'm just going to throw out the garbage and that's it. I'm not doing anything else outside. Because later on tonight, I'm going to see Captain America. And I don't want to hear anybody complaining about it. I'm leaving my phone off, so don't bother me. 21 minutes in. Yeah, with a silencer. In June, I'm also going to do lighter films. I don't want to do these overly violent, dark movies. I want to do something lighter. Because, damn it, the year doesn't have to be a melodrama. Most of my life has been that already. I only did it for you guys because, you know, I will sit through almost anything to entertain my subscribers. And his name is Terry again, just like it was in Ninja in the next Karate Kid Part 3. His name is also Terry Silver. Yeah, but he's not a villain in this. He's an anti-hero. This film had no commentary or special features, so I decided to do a commentary. It's underrated. Like, it's one of the better '90s, early '90s action films, action crime thrillers. But again, it's short. Nowadays, every action movie they want to make a statement with the running time. Why? You don't have more to say. You don't have to put a preachy message in your films. I already saw Barbie, guys. I know what it's about. You don't have to freaking act like that movie was something deep and thought provoking. I'm like, nah, I've seen deeper, better films with women. Sorry. Kittens on a cloud. Kitty. I can't touch cats because I'm allergic. I wish I could touch a cat, but I can't. I could touch a dog, but I can't touch a cat because the hairs make me itch. Besides, I prefer dogs. Their ears are much softer than the cats. Cats are unpredictable, and you know they're like mini tigers. This film is pretty dark, but it's not overly long. That's a junkyard. It's a good practical effect. There's some really good practical effects here, makeup and real effects that are on screen. I don't care if an actor's retired. I can still go back and watch their work. Some actors are expired. That's even worse than being retired. And I can still enjoy their stuff. That guy was in RoboCop 2. Mm-hmm. Summer's ahead, and I'm gonna enjoy my summer. You know why? Because I go to the theater for $1. That is way cheaper than $15 or $20 for a ticket. I could see Ballerina for $1 instead of spending 20. Yep, kicks. Here he uses martial arts compared to Chow Yun Fat and the Corruptor. This is shorter than the Corruptor by 20 minutes. So at least Thomas can actually fight. Because Thomas is not a muscle bound guy like Stallone or Schwarzenegger, but he gets the job done in a movie like this. And the movie again, it's short. Why are movies so long now? Why can't a film be freaking 90 minutes? Even animated movies now have to be over 2 hours. Why? Because they think they're have more to say. I'm like, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse better not be 3 hours. Because if it is, I will not watch it. Across was long enough. 2 hours and 13 minutes is too long for a kid's movie. It's for kids. Make it short. You don't have to be the MCU and be overly long. Sorry, but kids can't sit in the theater that long. That's like making them hostages to the cinema. All the Spanish hoopla and all these subplots with spider people we don't care about could have been cut, like Spider Punk and the Indian Spider Man. He's decent, but he doesn't do much, and all these other characters that we don't care about. We cared about Peter B. Parker and Miles and Gwen, and even the opening with Gwen could have been saved for another movie. Just saying, guys. Just saying. It's called Spider Man. It's his story. Miles' story. He has to be the focus. Gwen could be a side character and then get her own movie. That's fine. Because you guys have to explain things like a baby because you guys don't get it. Just make it shorter. The first movie was an under 2 hour movie, which was fine. We got the origin out of the way. We got to see Miles interact with other Spider people. It had a weird third act, but at least it was under 2 hours. This one was just way too excessively long, and I don't need to sit through something that long again for a while. I'll see the first one in the theater with my costume. How did you get in here? I forgot this is the only Brit in the movie, but she doesn't do much anyway. So she hasn't been in Game of Thrones or anything. I prefer Asian girls that don't have that accent, or an Australian accent, because it's just weird. It takes me out of the movie or the show. It happened with the Librarians TV show that came out back in 2014. I like most of the cast except for the Asian guy. Why? Because he sounds weird. He has an Australian accent. What the hell did that come from? Yeah, home. Yeah. You people go home. You're drunk. Go home. And she's so unnecessary to the plot in this. She's only in this movie because she looks good. That's it. Just like in The Golden Child, and just like in Men of War with Dolph Lundgren. She's not an action star, guys. There's a reason we don't see her anymore. We still see Tia Carrera, and we still see Maggie Q, and we still see Haley Steinfeld is going places. Sinners is one of the biggest movies of this year that's a drama. It's a period piece drama that made money. You know why? Because it's not preaching. That's why. It could have easily been a faith-based movie done by Tyler Perry, and it's not that. It's a vampire period piece, and yes, there's some racism in it. I can take it, guys. As a person of color, I can take it because I saw not Roots. What was that movie? I saw a bunch of Disney movies that were like that were really racist. Like Glory Road is more racist than Sinners. Why? Because everybody in that movie is a racist, and I'm like, yeah, it was too much. It was excessively, and it was a Disney movie. So if I could sit through that, I could sit through Sinners. So thankfully, that when that comes out on streaming or when I could watch it on my computer, I'll watch it because it's worth it. And it's not 3 hours long. At least Ryan Coogler made it shorter than Wakanda Forever because that was too long. Cats don't drink milk. They're not supposed to. It gives them diarrhea. Yeah, they're a bunch of weirdos. I'm going to shut off the chat. I'm going to shut off the chat for the rest of May. I'm going to have to because I'm tired of this. Because what's the next movie I'm doing? The Mighty Cyrus one. I'm going to shut that off. And I'm just sick and tired of the chat. Yeah, I'm going to shut off the chat. Let me do this. Yeah, just hide the chat. I don't want. I don't want to. I don't want to talk. I don't want to deal with it. Tired of it. Let me lie down. I'm hiding the chat because I'm just sick and tired of this. You know, I'm just tired of people, guys. I'm alone a lot, and there's a reason for that because I don't have to deal with other people. I miss Tony Todd, just like a lot of you guys. His voice was more awesome than any of these British guys that are trying to be like it. I wish they were him, like John Boyega and the guy that's going to be the new Green Lantern, Jon Stewart. Why are you casting British guys? They're not intimidating. They're not interesting. I don't care about the chat. I'm gonna just, if Spidey shows up, it's fine. I'm glad you're watching it, but just leave a comment in the video when it's up. That's it. I'm lying down because I don't want to deal with the chat. Bunch of weirdos here. Chat should be monitored by people, so there's no weirdos here. I don't want to shut off the camera because I want you people to see my face. We're 33 minutes in. And it blew up. Of course it did. They want to send a message. What's Ronnie time, man? This is a good action film. It's simple and it gets to the point way quicker than a lot of movies today. And unlike you weirdos in the chat that just show up out of nowhere, this movie doesn't have anything random in it. It's very straightforward. Yeah, Charlotte Lewis is not good in the film, but she does nothing in the film. She's there to show her body and talk. That's it. That's stupid. Yeah, this is a dumb scene, but it's like there has to be one. I like eating crab. Crab is good. I said I don't want to talk today, and I don't want to talk. I'm just not in the mood, guys. I've had a long, long freaking month. And I don't make excuses. I said I'm going to do podcasts, and I'm going to do them. Whether you guys have heard of the movie or not. Or short. Yeah, take that. Mm-hmm. Yep. He has some really good kicks in the movie. Hopefully next week they'll announce the people that are going to the New York Comic Con. Besides Ashley Johnson. He slapped him. I do these podcasts my way. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'm glad I'm finally doing this one. No screen presence whatsoever. Maggie Q on her worst day is still better than her. That's why we still see her. Yeah, he's not the main villain anymore. You know who the main villain is. I'm just glad I got nothing to complain about next week because June is a shorter month and summer is almost here. This spring could have been much better. I got nothing else to lose in June. Nothing. Slapping, actually. Seriously, yeah, what is it made of? Yeah, just stand there, do nothing. That's all she does in the film, nothing. Lighting candles. There's a train scene. We're 46 minutes in now. Oh, it's Illinois. Yeah. Illinois Bell. There weren't a lot of cells back in 1993. An Amtrak train. Mm-hmm. A slow driving scene. Because it's just distracting seeing a chat full of weirdos that are not even my subscribers. They don't get it. I don't want to read spam, okay? I don't want to read it. Watch it. Got him. Ugh. It's a good line. Right in front of the Amtrak trains. I haven't been on an Amtrak train since I was 13. Some good action in this movie. It's a good scene. See, and it didn't take an hour to happen. It's not that I don't have patience. I have a condition, guys. If things don't happen, I just lose interest and I start going on my phone or something. Yes. Yeah. It's almost done, so we're like more than halfway through the film. Mm. Yeah, don't I know it? That's why some people shut off the comments on their videos or their, and this is why they took out dislike, numbers because people are just, everybody is a douchebag now. Nobody can nobody can like things anymore. They have to like defend themselves. No, I don't defend myself. Okay, I don't need. If I'm gonna see Ironheart in June or July, I'm gonna see it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I said it already. I'd rather be all alone than deal with everybody's BS. I'm not gonna carry your burdens anymore, guys. I'm sorry. People want to complain. Go to somebody else's channel to do that. I'm not the channel for that. It's hard to trust people when. At least I shut off the chat. I had to. I couldn't take it anymore. I've done dozens of podcasts this year and last year, and you know, I have to do it on my phone because I don't have a laptop right now. But I'm gonna get a new one in June. I'm gonna get one so I can start doing podcasts on my laptop again. Yeah, this is all she's here for. She's no Marina Baccarin, I'll tell you that much. She did something in the first Deadpool. And that's it. Yep, just kissing. That's it. We're almost an hour in. See, she does nothing in the film. She's just a body in the film. That's it. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about sitting through another movie subtitled in June because I'm not going to see any subtitled movies. I got a stack of movies there to see. But she doesn't do anything in the film. Thomas has to carry this movie mostly by himself. There's some good actors in there sprinkled throughout, but he's the main character, not her. That was a cool move. Oh, that's the only thing you do in the film. Why did you feel bad? You killed somebody in self-defense. We're in the third act of the movie already. See how fast I was? That wasn't painful. Much. Night and Day, a Tom Cruise movie that came out 15 years ago, is shorter. Even with the extended cut, it's shorter than the last Mission Impossible movie. Yeah. Proves that people don't want to sit in the theater for over 3 hours. Sorry. That's too much of an investment of your time. Too much. $60 minutes. A pitchfork. Dickie got stabbed. Oh, surprise. Yep, he got him. Very straightforward action stuff. And yeah, it doesn't drag. Because if this movie was 2 hours, it would have been too long. They would have had to put another subplot to pad out the running time. And I'm sick of that. Make your movie shorter. You don't have to make every movie 3 hours. That's not the director's vision. That's just padding the running time for no reason. Darth Vader just told him to go screw himself. I know the Native Americans. The movie's almost over, so good. Arabs. People with fez hats. I wonder why they're wearing that. Black girl. Tony Todd's not dead. He faked his own death. Yeah, I don't do cocaine. I want to stay clean. I want to live. Yeah, he survived this long. Third act time. $68 minutes. Crack. Horse racing. It's all pinball machines. They're both gone. These two legends are gone now. That's how life is, man. It keeps going. It doesn't stop. I don't got time to complain. I just gotta keep moving forward. Even Walt Disney said that. Keep moving forward. Stop living in the past and, wallowing in your self-pity. How long is Fantastic Four going to be? 3 hours and is a prequel? Yeah, nobody cares. Mm-hmm. Stacks of cash. Must have shot him in the pelvis or in the pancreas or something. Nope. I really miss Tony Todd, man. He does a good performance in this movie. Mhm. He'll always be the best Candyman. That new remake that came out a few years ago, I don't care. The only good thing in that movie is Tiana Paris, who Josh was like, oh, she failed because the Marvels failed. Yeah, there's going to be more Marvel movies. She's in the X-Men universe, so she'll probably be in the X-Men in a couple years. Nothing's over until a person's dead, then it's over. That's when the story ends, when you die, not when you're still living. I still got a long story ahead of me. I'm not gonna fall because of my weight. I'm not passing away this year. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm too strong. There's Lance Henriksen. Now Tony Todd's dead in the movie. We miss you, Tony. He's not the real villain in the movie. Lance Henriksen is. Surprise, surprise. He played a lot of villains in the 90s. Just like Vincent D'Onofrio. After the 80s, he would always play a villain in most of the films he did. It's almost done. So once it's done, I'll put the chat back on, but it's not going to matter after that because really, the chat is just a chat. When it's over, I can move on. Got a long day ahead of me. Final confrontation. Yeah. A movie can't ruin my life because, again, I didn't make it. Or a show. Because after Force Awakens, what other damage can a movie cause to my psyche? That movie hurt. That movie almost broke me. Okay, guys. That's why I don't want to talk about the hobo on this channel because she can't act. And 10 years, nothing has changed. The only thing changed is that she's not headlining a movie every year, like the last 5. Yep. Yep. Good stunt. Right through glass, and dead. Simple death. A fall. Yeah, Charlotte Lewis did one thing in the movie, and that's it. It's funny because I saw he played with Simba a year after this movie in The Lion King. The original, not that remake that we don't talk about. Salvation Army. I go there to donate stuff every year. Geez, nice and short. You don't have to be 2.5 hours or 3 hours. It's not a mandate. It's called being considered, and that's it. That was Excessive Force, 82 minutes long. See? You don't need to be that long. Okay, now let's stop this. It's a nice short action movie that doesn't need to be 3 hours long. See, it's a bunch of spam. Anyway, thanks for watching. The few of you that were there, acknowledge me. Tomorrow I'm going to do another podcast. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll just post it later. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.